Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push the post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So I hope you guys are liking this natural light. I decided to try to do a video today without actually using my light. I'm sitting at my dining room table in my kitchen, and I have this lamp that kind of hangs over the table right here, and I have a daylight light bulb in there, so that usually gives me really good light. But when I came down here, the curtains were already opened up and it was letting in a lot of natural light, so I decided to go ahead and use it. But anyways, you guys, so today we're going to be talking about what's going on with unemployment. We've got some updates regarding the third stimulus check. We've also got some more updates regarding a possible fourth stimulus check, as well as other news. I have some information regarding pandemic EBT for one more lucky state. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Starting with unemployment, it says the Unemployment Insurance Modernization Act would reform the safety net for jobless Americans. Okay, so it would raise and extend unemployment insurance benefits and expand the pool of eligible workers. So you guys know that right now, all of these additional programs like the PUA, the PUEC, I hope I said that right, those generally don't exist. So the only way for you to get unemployment benefits is for you to actually have had a job. And we all know that that comes with strings attached. You have to follow certain criteria in order to remain eligible. You can't quit your job for any reason whatsoever, as far as I understand, because then you will automatically be ineligible for the benefits. Okay, but this was recently proposed on Wednesday, this past hump day, by Senator Ron Wyden, a Democrat of Oregon, and Michael Bennet, the Democratic representative of, I believe, Colorado. It says the bill seeks to make unemployment insurance benefits a permanent resource for self-employed gig workers. Okay, federally paid benefits would be available at up to $250 a week for 6 months. Okay, the amount and the length may increase during times of high employment, and that's as a whole. That's generally what they're doing right now. The unemployment rate has been really high, of course, since the pandemic began last year. So they're trying to accommodate the millions of people who lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Okay, states wouldn't be able to deny jobless benefits if a worker quit due to compelling reasons like loss of child care, health or safety concerns, and irregular work schedules. Our UI system is broken, and it's been broken for decades. This is coming from Representative Wyden. So I definitely think that they're trying to make some really good improvement when it comes to unemployment benefits. I like the fact that they're extending those benefits to those who work for themselves. That extends to people, because the first thing people think of when you say self-employed or gig workers is obviously people who are doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, things of that nature. But the reality is there's so much more than that. There are people who are working in real estate that are considered, not all of them, but there are some that are considered to be self-employed. There are also some who, we have our hairstylists who work out of hair salons. They don't necessarily get W-2 or paychecks. Some of them do, some of them don't. Majority of them work for themselves. Barbers, hairstylists, nail salons, those types of things. So I definitely like the fact, because I do feel like they are a significant addition to any community. Women love to get their hair done and get their nails done. Men go to their barbers or whatever the case may be. So I do think that they should be treated as any other worker in America. They're working, they're providing a service in which people pay for. They should be eligible to get these benefits. So I hope that it does actually extends to being a permanent thing. Up to 6 months of jobless benefits, I think, is a great addition at this point. Okay, and in terms of him saying that the unemployment system is broken, I think he's absolutely correct. But the reality is that it's been broken for a while. That's not the only thing. I mean, I have quite a few things that I can complain about. We have these programs such as Section 8. I still think that that's something that they need to look into. Why are people on these waiting lists for years? They should make it more, you know what I mean? People shouldn't have to wait for someone to pass away in order to get that piece of property utilized for Section 8 housing, or for someone to move out. They need to either start building more homes, or I don't know, but there's a lot of things that's broken. Okay, we're not going to get into that. But moving on, let's talk about where we are right now as of the stimulus check, the third stimulus check. Okay, so we know that just recently they started handing out, or they sent out a fifth batch It says the IRS has been depositing this money into people's bank account and sending out checks for almost a month. On April 9, 2021, the agency started issuing its fifth batch of payments. This fifth batch didn't just include the $1,400 checks, though. It also included approximately $700,000 plus-up payments. So we've got some more plus-up payments in this fifth batch. These plus-up payments could entitle some Americans to extra stimulus money and potentially a considerable amount of it. And the IRS has indicated that it will continue to send them on a weekly basis. So y'all need to be checking y'all mailboxes for any and everything, because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out at the same time. Okay. Plus-up payments are currently being delivered to those whose stimulus checks were too low. Plus-up payments are extra payments that the IRS is sending to people who did not receive the full amount they were entitled of the most recent stimulus check. So if you did not, so I have a lot of people who are saying, hey, I only received a portion, or I didn't receive it for this. If you were in that group of people who did not file their 2020 tax return early, and they went off of your 2019, but then you went back and you filed your 2020, you should be receiving some more money as it pertains to your stimulus check, okay? Now, in terms of the fourth stimulus check, so far we have 74 congressional lawmakers that have pushed for the recurring check until the end of the pandemic. Okay, so we know that about 2 months ago we had about 50 House Democrats send a letter to the president as well as Vice President Kamala Harris. Now we're up to 74. As I understand it, we've got I think about 20 senators who have joined this group. It says just recently on March 30th, more than 20 Senate Democrats joined the effort to push for monthly stimulus payments. 2 weeks after Biden signed his sweeping $1.9 trillion economic relief package into law, which only included one of $1,400 checks. The senators asked Biden to deliver recurring checks in his next relief package. Okay, so you guys let me know, what do you think? I know a lot of you are probably still waiting for your third stimulus check, your second stimulus check. There's a lot of people that's still waiting on a lot of things right now. But do you guys think that it's going to happen? I mean, do you guys think that it's necessary, or do you think that they've done their job with the money that they've already sent out? Me personally, I'm kind of in between. I know that there's a lot of people who are hurting more than others financially. There's still a lot of financial insecurity going on, and believe it or not, because of the way things are going, even though schools are opening up, there's still a lot of things that they can't just go back and change. People's circumstances have changed. They've had to accommodate the changes that were forced upon them due to the pandemic. People who have children, schools may not necessarily have opened up, or they may have opened up, but they don't necessarily feel comfortable with sending their child back. So they're not in a position where they can just get up and say, hey, I'm going to go back to work right now because I need the money. So they kind of have to sit around and wait to see. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to get it the best way that I can. You guys know that I have my business, which I'm going to start releasing some information on that soon, so that you guys can start supporting me and ordering if you choose. But that's just not an option for so many people out there. So I do understand. I wonder, with them sending out so much money, I know that for the fourth stimulus check, they were talking about sending it out, but they were also talking about minting 2 coins in order to pay for it so that we wouldn't rack up any more debt. Now that I can get behind, as long as it's not something that we're going to have to pay for in the long run, then I'm for it. But if it's something that's going to bite us in the behind somewhere in the near future, then, I kind of want them to cease and desist with sending out all this money, because it's not really free. On top of that, there was some information regarding WIC that I wanted to get to you guys. So for those of you who don't know what WIC is Women's, Infant, and Children. It is available, from what I saw when I did my research. I believe it's available in pretty much every state in the United States of America, but it is a program that offers additional healthy foods, fruits and vegetables to women who have children, I believe under the age of 5. And also, if that woman is pregnant, then she is entitled to benefits. Now, I do know that not too long ago, they were talking about expanding those benefits through September of 2021. So here we are on that right now. Let me see if I can get to the section where it's just talking about expanding. Okay, so changes are coming starting with the American Rescue Plan. The legislation makes funding available for states to temporarily raise WIC benefits specifically used for fruits and vegetables from the current amount of $9 to $11 per month to up to $35. So, if you guys don't know what WIC is, let me explain it to you again. It's a program that is set up for women's, infants, and children. Okay, you get it for your child from the age of 5 and below. Okay, so once your child turns 5, they are no longer eligible for the program. And then if you are pregnant yourself, you can also receive these benefits for yourself throughout the duration of your pregnancy, and I believe 6 months. I think it's either 6 months or a year after you've given birth to the baby. Now, I know in those rare cases where there's an accidental miscarriage, things of that nature, they will still give you those benefits for yourself, the mother, for about 6 months after you've had your miscarriage. So this is definitely I would say a staple in my household. It does come in hand. You get cereal, oatmeal, you can get whole grains, which you can choose between a loaf of bread or oatmeal or tortillas, any pasta, a pound of pasta, as long as it's whole grain. It has to be 100% whole grain. Now, one other thing that they give you is a voucher. I believe for the child, you get $9, and sometimes for the woman, you get $11, or it's vice versa. But you get a voucher of between $9 to $11 that you can use to purchase fresh fruits or vegetables, okay? What they want to do, obviously, is expand that to $35 a month. I would say altogether, depending on your specific circumstance, you can get anywhere from an additional $50 to over $100 in extra food for your house. Milk, cheese, eggs, juice, cereal, hot cereal, regular cereal, whatever you choose to get. Okay, so it's definitely significant. It does help out for those of you who don't have SNAP benefits. I highly suggest that you look into it. You don't just have to be the mother. You could be the grandmother as long as you have documentation supporting the fact that you are taking care of this child, your grandchild. Okay, so I think that that's good news as well. Now, some additional information I found yesterday when I was snooping around is some pandemic EBT for the state of Alabama. Okay. So, Montgomery, Alabama says the Alabama Department of Human Resources has announced federal approval to distribute a second round of pandemic EBT benefits to eligible families. Officials say PEBT benefits will start rolling out in late spring or early summer to qualifying households with children in grades K through 12. This includes pre-K students in public and some private schools. Benefits may also be available to supplemental nutrition assistance program SNAP recipients with children under 6 years old. The U.S. Department of Agriculture and Nutrition Service approved the plan on April 13th. So congratulations, Alabama. I don't think that you guys have made it onto the actual website for approval, but it doesn't matter because they're saying, the USDA is saying that they approved you guys on the 13th of April. So you guys should be receiving some additional pandemic EBT benefits really soon. Now, I don't know if it's going to be on the same card or if it's going to be on a different card. I don't think it says it here in this particular article. No application is required. DHR officials say the Alabama State Department of Education will provide them the names of eligible children. The PEBT program allows children to receive benefits equal to the National School Lunch Program being reimbursement rate, which right now has a 15% increase and is now $6.82 per day for each eligible child. Okay, amounts for K through 12 students, some pre-K students, and SNAP recipients under 6 will be calculated retroactively. Benefits for children attending schools will be calculated for August 2020 through May 2021, and amounts for SNAP recipients under 6 who are not attending school will be calculated for October 2020 through May 2021. Okay. Let me see here. DHR says eligible households will receive EBT cards in the mail that can be used to purchase SNAP eligible food items at stores that accept EBT cards. The benefits are available for 365 days from the issue date and are non-transferable. Children may continue to access meals from the local school districts while receiving the PEBT benefits. To gain PEBT eligibility, households that experience decreased income may apply for free or reduced price meals at their child's school. Okay, if you need any additional information, PEBT benefits will be posted to the dhr.alabama.gov in the coming week. So again, I definitely think that that is some good news for Alabama. I wish that California was as swift. I don't know what's going on with the USDA because, like I said, we know that they have submitted a plan. We're just waiting on the USDA. So hopefully they approve us soon. Now, some information regarding the Golden State stimulus. We've got a new timeline for the Golden State stimulus. That's that $600 payment. Now, I will say that the Golden State grant, which falls under the same category, but they're giving it a different name. The Golden State Grant, which was a $600 one-time payment, was already paid for SSI, SSP, CAPI, and CalWorks recipients as of March 27th, and you would have received a phone call on April 2nd to give you information stating that that $600 was in fact the California Golden State Grant. Okay, so those who received these other federally funded supplemental incomes should have already received your payment. If your case was active by March 27th, you guys, I haven't had my morning coffee. If your case, your SSI, your SSP, your CalWorks case, your CAPI case was approved and active by March 27th, 2021, you should have already received your $600 payment, okay, on your EBT card. Now, for the rest of us, it says here's the timing of payments from the FTB. That's the Franchise Tax Board in California. If you filed your tax return between January 1st, 2021 and March 1st, 2021, you will receive your stimulus payment beginning after April 15th, 2021. So I think that was yesterday or a couple of days ago. Day before yesterday. I'm not really sure. I'm not looking at my calendar. But anyways, April 15th just recently passed. That was yesterday. If you receive a paper check, allow up to 3 weeks for mailing. If you filed your tax return on or after March 2nd, 2021, direct deposits allow up to 45 days. Paper checks allow up to 60 days. Now, I do remember telling you guys this. I'm going to let you guys know again. There was some information on the website, the Franchise Tax Board website, that said if you guys had applied for that tax advance from your tax preparer like Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block or anything like that, then they would automatically send you a mailed check. Now, this is not going to be a debit card, the economic impact payment card. This is going to be a regular paper check from the Franchise Tax Board. So please be careful, check your mail, make sure, okay? If you file between January 1st and March 1st, then they already started sending out those payments. Give it up to 3 weeks if you're receiving a mail check. For those of you who have direct deposit, you should be checking your account to see if you have any pending payments from the FTB Franchise Tax Board in the amount of $600. Let me know in the comment section if that is what's going on so that we can have a little bit of ray of hope that that is going to be going out, okay? On that note, you guys, I'm going to see if anything has changed when it comes to pandemic EBT for the list. I don't think much has changed, but I'm just going to refresh my screen and see if anything has changed. Not much, so I will go over that again with you guys tomorrow, as well as emergency SNAP allotments for the month of March. So that is all I have for you guys today. Remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Peace.